How's everybody doing? I'm going to make another tutorial, and this is on Samba, creating a home file server from an OpenWRT router. I'm using a WR143ND, and I'm going to config Samba. Now, if y'all like being confused and scratching your head a lot and trying to config something that and it doesn't work, you're gonna love Samba. You're just gonna fall in love with Samba. I don't know who wrote this program, but whoever wrote it is way above me. I mean, these guys got brains, a lot more brains than I do. But if you config it right, you can create a file server with a router with OpenWRT on it. Back about 8 years ago, routers with USB ports were pretty rare, but they're common now. Some of them got 2 or even more USB ports. And what I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using a flash drive with it's formatted to the ext2. So let's get started. This is a fresh copy of OpenWRT. I just put it on there. And this right here is what they call the bootstrap thing. This isn't the old Luci. This is the bootstrap theme Luci, and I don't really like it. It's okay, but I like the old theme a lot better, and that's what I'm going to set up here in a minute. And I'm just going to put the password in it. Okay. All right. Now these two programs right here you're going to be really needing is PuTTY and WinSCP. Now if you're using Ubuntu or Debian, whatever, it's already got a terminal built into them. You can use it, that way. But I'm using good old Windows XP, and I like Windows XP. I still use Windows XP. Windows 7's okay, but I like Windows XP. I'll eventually start using Windows 7. Alright, now I already got everything set up for Samba. This right here is just a config for PuTTY. And the IP is 192.168.1.1. I'm SSH in it, and so I'm using port 22. And just click open. Alright. Alright, and I am in. And right here I put this together, and I'm going to put it in the comment section, so if y'all want to try dealing with Samba, y'all could download this or swipe copy it and drop it in a WordPad and save it so you'll have it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is do the opkg update. I'm going to update the opkg. Just swipe copy it, right click it in a bussy box, and hit enter, and there it goes. This is a fresh copy, and also you need a working internet access, and you plug it to the WAN port and just let it update. Okay, it's finished updating. That was quick. Now these right here are the packages. Most people I've seen to that configured it, you know, they don't know, you know, this copy didn't even have block mount in it. You know, the firmware I downloaded from the site, it didn't have block mount. You don't really need ES, emergency access daemon. I just like that because I'll use it. And you know, this kmod-scsi-core and this generic, and this right here is filing system support, file system support, auto S4s, and this is a file system ext4s, which has got the exe2s, exe3s, and exe4s all together. This is the formatting that Linux uses, and the exe4 is 3 times faster than 2. And input core and you know, other files, other packages like the USB storage-extras. You know, that's not in it. I was surprised that wasn't even in there. You know, and also other if it's lib, that's library, and you need some extra libraries in there to work with it. And this right here is the luci-app-samba. You'll be definitely needing that. And this is the luci-theme-openwrt. That's what this is, the package that I'm going to, you know, convert it over to openwrt theme. And this is English language and some other stuff. And this right here is the actual Samba server itself. It's 3.6. And this is a server and some USB utilities. Alright, most people say, you mean it's going to take all that just to put Samba on there? Well, Samba by itself is you're going to have some packages to support it. You know, most people I see, all they do is put in the Luci and the Samba, and that's it, start configuring. But you got to have these other packages to get it to work, you know. Because this copy I downloaded ain't had nothing on it, because I sat there beside it, and also with a copy that I put together that did have USB support that I compiled myself, and I went down the line. I said, I'm going to need this, and this is what I came up with. This is what it is. This covers all the bases, So I don't want to get in the middle of configuring it and then all of a sudden I ain't got no support, or come up with an error saying I don't have a package. Okay, just copy it, and there they are, and it's going to start installing all of them, and it's installing all the packages now. While it's installing, I'll talk to you about what all you can connect at this USB port. It's like you could hook a printer up to it and be a print server for your printer. Also, you could hook up a USB CD-ROM or external hard drive, or a 3G card, a USB 3G from Verizon or Sprint, and get internet like that. But they need packages so you can configure them so they'll work. You just can't grab your router that's got a USB port, cram something in it, expect it to work. What I'm using flash drives, and it's got to be a good name brand flash drive. I had some off-market flash drives. What it is, you can use all kinds of different formattings, FAT32, NTFs, you know, all kinds. But you know, OpenWRT recommends you use XT4, XT2, XT3. For the main reason is, you know, it's less hassle. So I said, okay, but a cheap flash drive, I can't put format it to xt4 or xt3 or xt2. Couldn't do none of them. It came with the FAT32, and that's what I had to put back on it just to get it to work. But if you got a good name brand like Penny or what's the other one? ScanDisk Cruise. Good name brand. You can format them to the ext2s. I tried putting the 3 and 4s on, and ext4's 3 times as fast as ext2, but it took the ext2. Also, I used them as a FAT32, and I really couldn't get them to mount. That was the problem. I couldn't really get it to mount. I worked with it, wouldn't mount, and every time I finally got the ext2 on it, plugged it up, and everything seemed to mount pretty good. Also, there's only one USB port on this router. It's TP-Link ND 143ND. So I had an idea to get a 4-port hub and plug 2 or more, or it's 4-port up to the hub, and then plug the hub into the router and see if it worked. I only got two flash drives hooked up to this port, but I'm gonna hook them up and show you how to configure it through. And I got a 4-port hub. All right, let's continue. This right here's a command to enable Samba, and this is a command to start Samba. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close all of this out and reboot it, because all these packages I put on there are not up and running. So okay, in between these 2 tabs right here, there's going to be a service tab when I reboot it. Also, you can already see that the luci-theme-openwrt is already here. This right here is the old theme. I like it. I can deal with it ever since I've been working with OpenWRT. This is the theme I've been using. Also on the system, there's going to be another tab right here saying mount points. So okay, let's reboot it. Alright, let's do a reboot. I'm going to reboot it right now. Okay, let's give it some time and let it reboot. And this is a very interesting program. Is AWatch. I really like AWatch. And if you're working on the router and things ain't working right, more than likely you can click this thing up. If you ain't got no IP right here, that's what the problem is. It'll give you a heads up on what's going on. Then it gives some other general information. I like it. Also, there's 2 other programs you need to get PuTTY, because I'm going to be using PuTTY and WinSCP. I'm going to be using that one too. Luci, PuTTY, and WinSC. That's what I'm going to be using to configure it. This isn't a really easy operation, but if you like sitting in front of a computer configuring stuff and trying to get something to work, but I think everybody's not sambing or sambaing it. Everybody's not plugging devices into their routers. A lot of people just plug their routers up. When it works, that's it. That's good enough for them. Me, I write firmware and put it on my router and do stuff like this because I enjoy doing it. Okay, we're going to log back into it again. It's rebooted. And right here is the service tab. It's up and running. And let's just check and see if Samba's working. I'm going to let's put a quick path or something in there. Home. Okay, this right here is just going to let me know that Samba is up and working. That work? Right there it is. It just popped up. YU on OpenWRT. That's letting me know right there that Samba is working. I'm going to get rid of both of these. Don't need them. Okay. Samba is functioning. That just told me Samba's functioning. Okay, I'm going to delete that out there. Okay, the next thing I want to concentrate on is getting these flash drives to mount. Right here's the mount points. And all these right here, this is coming off the memory built inside the router. There's up and running, a file system root, the device root is up, no, the device, MTD block 3, and overlays. And always look up in the corner when you're configuring in Luci. If it says, you know, if it's red and it's unchanged 1 or 2 or 3, that means you need to go click save or click on it and go ahead and save it and just get it out of the way. Because if you reboot it with that up there, it's not going to save it. You're going to lose it, and then you're going to have to find it, reconfigure it anyhow. Okay, mount points. Alright, I'm going to plug up my hub with my 2 flash drives. Give it a minute. My USB light is okay. My USB light is solid on it, and so we're ready. I'm going to do this manually. The mount point, click add, and I'm going to let this one be device SDA1, and I'm going to the mount point is going to be MTT/SDA1, and the floor mat is going to be EXT2. And then don't check this. This right here switch you right over to the overlay, and you don't want the overlay right now. You're going to have to reconfigure a different way to get it to function. If you keep on putting, enable this mount, be sure that one is checked. Click save. If you keep on putting packages on, eventually you're going to run out of memory in the router. And if you got overlay set up, then you can just keep on, because it eventually, right here's unsaved changes. Go ahead and click saved. Okay, go ahead and get them out of there and get it worked in. Alright. Okay. Edit. That's right here. It's going to be device SDB1. And slash, and it's going to be mount SDB1. Filing system exe2. And check it. And right here, if you keep on, once you get it overlaid, and get it set working, then the router memory itself will start using your flash drive or whatever memory you got hooked up to it. It'll start putting all them packages on it. It'll give your router more memory. But I don't want to do that. I ain't going to put a whole boatload of packages on. I just want to use it for a file server for music. And if I'm in the house and, you know, when I leave the house and come out here to the shop, you know, I might have downloaded something and wanted to save something, but I could sweep that over on the memory on the router, then come out here and fire it up, and it'd always be there where I can get it, you know. This will be a home file server. It's just me and the wife, and we're going to be using it. And that's what I'm setting it up to do. Okay, I got this manually taken care of, but it's not up and not up and running up here. What I got to do is get these devices up here and get them up and running, so the embedded firmware is accessible. But before we do that, we'll go to service. We're going to add, and I'm going to give this file a name. This right here, when you're in the networking on your operating system, Windows operating system, this is what you're going to look for. You're going to give that folder a name, and I'm going to call this one Mount 1. And the path is going to be Mount SDA1. That's going to be the path. That's where it's going to be looking for it. The allowed user is going to be me. Allowed guest, and create a mask is 0777. Directory mask also 0777. That looks good. Yeah, look at it real good. Be sure there ain't nothing misspelled, especially the allowed user. If it doesn't let you in, if you got everything else good, come back here and check the spelling of the allowed user. It might be, because that screwed me up one time. Apply, save. Okay. I'm going to add one more. This right here is going to be for the other flash drive. I'm going to call it Mount 2. And it's going to be, this right here, the path it's going to use. It's going to be Mount SDB1. And the allowed user is going to be me again. I'm going to allow guest. It's going to be 0777 777, and apply and save. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. That looks great. That looks great. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and X because I'm fixing to reboot it. Okay, now I'm gonna open up WinSPC, and I'm already got it. You know, the file protocol is SCP, and the host I'm logging in is 192.168.1.1. I'm gonna be SSHing it into it, so I'm gonna use port 22. And username and the password. Okay, this is it. All right. Config. Okay, let's go to the FS tab, or the file system table file. This is the first one we need to check out. Then just right click it, edit. This is the information we just put in. This is where it sent it to, right here. Now, I've been having problems with it mounting, and I had to do a lot of reading and a lot of reading and a lot of reading. some more reading, and I finally figured out that what's going on is when I boot it up, it delays 5 seconds, and if it doesn't have it mounted in 5 seconds, it's not going to mount it, and then it'll finish booting up, and whatever you wanted to mount, it ain't going to mount it. So what you do is, instead of 5 seconds, you put a 1 in front of it, and that's going to give it 15 seconds, and that cured the problem. Alright, and the very first button right here is the save button. This blue icon thing is save. Click that, and there it is down at the query right here, and it's making a change. It's in the firmware that's in the router. Let's give it a little time, and that's it. Always double check it. When you hear it, double check it. Okay, still 15. That looks good. That looks good. Here's a Samba photo. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, I just put all this right here. The option name is the share folder. Is mount 1, and this is all the information right here, and that's in that folder, and all that looks good. Now, if I had 4 flash drives on here, there'd be 2 more right here, down here, and it'd be like this is SDA, this is SDB, there'd be SDC, and then SDE, and on down the alphabet. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let's go up. Okay, this right here is the mount folder that we're going to be using. This right here is the overlay folder, but you don't want to mess with it. The mount folder, right click it, go to properties. And this right here is the access that you're going to give this folder. I'm going to give it full access. The owner, if my name was right there, I would already have full access, but I don't want no restrictions on it at all. Everybody and their brother ain't going to be on here, but this is one way to keep everybody from messing with your files. Once you get them on there, you can come in here, and like even if you do that right there, then you won't have write permission. You have read permission, but if you undo that right there, then they won't be able to, the group and others, the guests, they won't be able to read it, write it, or do nothing. They'll be out of it. But I don't want that. Check everything right here. And if you look down here, there's a 0777. And but if the folder which you're to, with those two lines is 775, so this is this right here is the mount folder, so I'm going to give that one complete access. Okay. Now there's going to be 2 more folders in there, and but they're not quite in there yet. I'm going to have to reboot it again. Okay, I'm going to give that full access. But the other 2, you can, there's going to be SDBA1 and SDB1, and when they pop up in there, you can right click them and you can restrict the access on them. But I don't want to do that. It's going to be my home networking, and I just want to click onto it and go with it. Alright. You see the folder? Okay, here we go. There's 3 files. I'm going to put some information right here. First one is the group. Edit. Bring it to the bottom. Now while I was trying to configure it, it said my name was not in the group folder. So I put my name in the group folder. And asterisk with the star, asterisk with this, oops, wrong one, That's better. There. It's an asterisk, not a semicolon, but it needs to be an asterisk. Also, this number right here, 65534. And with another asterisk. Hit the blue button. Go ahead and close it out. Give it a little bit of time. Let it make the change. Okay, it made a change. Right click, edit, be sure it's there. Okay, I'm there. Alright, now this right here is a very important one. Right here, password. You don't go to the one with the slash. You go to the password file right above it. Don't mess with the one that's got the slash. The one above it you won't. Just right click it, edit. Bring it to the bottom, right up under this nobody guy. And right here, I'm just going to do a quick swipe and paste. Right click, paste. Okay, this is a very important this password right here, and it's set it up just like this nobody guy right here. Set it up just except put 1,000 asterisk star asterisk 1,000, then the number, and then an asterisk, then name again. This right here is the directory it's sending it to. Now this nobody guy right here has got a VAR. You know, so well, where's a VAR at? Well, let's go right here's the VAR. But we don't want it, you know, we want this right here. We're going to have access to this one. Okay. And once you get it in there, hit the save button. It's in the query again. And it's making a change. Okay, it made a change. Double check it. And I'm in there. Alright. Now the last folder is this shadow. I was trying to configure it, and the way I was doing things, it's telling me my name's not in the shadow folder, so I found the shadow folder and put my name in there. Wanted my name in there so bad, so that's where I stuck it. And then it was all happy. And I'm going to swipe and paste it. And just do it like what this nobody guys up there again is asterisk star asterisk 000, and I did it just the way it in there, star, and that's the way I done it right there. Click the save button. Close it out. And give it a minute. And oh yeah, okay. All right. That's good. Close that out. Okay, that looks super good. Alright, now this right here is the SMB, it stands for Samba, and the PASWD, this is Samba password file. And there's nothing in there. Well, this is a very important file. There's going to be needed something to be in there, but I'm going to put that in there a little later. Well, why don't I just put that in there right now? Okay, fire up PuTTY. All right. Bring the information up. Now I'm going to put this in the comment area. Y'all be needing this one. Okay, this is samba password /a, and this right here is what's going to put the password in there. I might have to reboot it first. Oh, okay, it's going to let me. Okay. Let's see if it went in there. Right there it is. It put it in there. Okay, this is the Samba password file. I got my password in there now. That's great. That's great. Cancel. Alright, there's one more thing I got to do is this trown/r. This is going to give me ownership of the folder. Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, the new SMB password. Oh no, I screwed up. Oops. I screwed up. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I screwed up. Let me re-log into it again. Okay, let me be sure it didn't change nothing in this one. Okay, that looks cool. Alright. Okay, that looks great. Great. Because you can screw up configuring. Okay, that's trown R. Right click, copy, paste. Okay, that's right. /MNT and enter. Okay, it took it. Okay. No such directory, no such file or directory. Alright. We're going to have to reboot. The mount folder is in there. Let's close everything out. Reboot it. Then when we reboot it, it'll come back and the two of them supposed to be in there. Go ahead and click, because right here, okay, there's the mount folder. Okay, once I boot it up, everything's gonna work out right. Okie dokie. Close it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna reboot the router. Okay, it's now rebooting. I just got to give it a little time. Alright. That's it. It's up and going. Okay. I wanna Okay. Okay, as you see, if you looked at it before, the top was the root, and now the owner just happens to be me. So it's okay, that looks good. That looks good. If everything worked out right, I'm probably going to be the owner of these two. Oh, I'm going to, and looky there, there's SDA1 and SDA2. Let's check out who's the owner of them. Ah, I'm already the owner of them. Ain't that nice? Of that one, and I'm the owner of that one. So those folders are in there now. Let's click on it. Oh yeah, I already got a little bit of something on them. And this DB1, I already got a little bit of something on them too. And okay, there's one important thing to do, and then we're finished. Okay, let's bring the information up, and this is pretty important. It needs to be done. Y'all might be able to get away with it without doing it, but this is called covering all the bases again. I'm going to knock holes in the firewall. Go to ECT folder. Go to the config folder, and the firewall file right here. It says firewall. Right click it, edit. Okay. This right here is straight off of the OpenWRT site. These right here is config the rules. Samba uses ports 137 to 139, also 445. And this right here is going to knock holes in them firewall, so you ain't got to worry about the firewall blocking your Samba. Okay, copy. Bring it all the way to the bottom. Right click it in there, well, paste it in there, and right there they are. Take a good long look at them, config rule, be sure they're there. There's 4 of them. And that's it. Hit the save button. We're almost done. I mean, it's like we're almost done. I mean, like we are. Okay. I mean, like we're almost there. Okay, double check that they're there. Right there they are. Config rule, config rule, config rule. All right, that's perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, let's close that out. Now let's see if everything I did works. Here we go. Okay, now if you got an operating system and if you got it set up for MS Home, just switch it over back over to work group. If you're running Windows 7, it already comes default work group. Okay, and right there they are. Mount 1, Mount 2. Okay, let's see if this works. It wants a username and password. And remember my password. That's it. I'm in. And the other one, I'm already in on it too. That's both of them. This is let's hear some beautiful music. I'm so happy. Y'all ready? Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, so beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go over here to my other. These right here is coming off my flash drives. Um, okay, let's watch a video. This right here is coming off my flash drive. Now this video right here, I downloaded it off of YouTube. Now this guy, this guy right here is John Ramirez, and he has been through something. You get a chance, look up John Ramirez, and there's a one section. Oh, let's go back here. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Right here, it's right here somewhere. I think I passed it. Right here. There's a section I was wanting to look at. All right, that's John Ramirez, and get a chance to look at his story. He was in it deep and he got out of it. All right. Hey, right there, it's popped up there now. For some reason, this old one is XP, and this right here is the mount to on OpenWRT. Mount 2 on WRT. That's wild. It'll pop. The whole thing will pop up over there again eventually, and that's all of them. Now this right here, this share key right here. This right here is coming off the overlay, but it's saying the same thing. But I noticed I did this before. When I try to use these folders to put something on it, it'll come up there and tell me there's not enough room. Even though I can listen to this beautiful song again. And I can listen to this one. There's a Weird Al. And that was Weird Al. And but if I try to put information or anything on it, it tell me when not enough room. So I would have to use these mount folders right here. When I open up a mount folder, I can put whatever I want on them till I fill up the flash drive. And that's it. I got it set up for a home file server. I hope all y'all learned something from this. Man, give it a try. If you do, don't give up on it. Just keep on working on it, and you will eventually get it. And that's all. And bye-bye.